Hey, how you doing today? Andy here. Let's do some tarot reading. This time it's for the sign of Virgo. Okay, working through the earth signs here. Pentacles is your suit if that should come up. So 5-card tarot now for the sign of Virgo, and we will do some angel cards at the end. Well, at least one angel card and a chakra card as well. Have a look at how this affects the chakras, because I like to go as deep as I can. Now then. Last time I was using Tarot in Wonderland, which I use nearly all the time, but I thought we'd have a change this time, so I'm using this deck. This is Anne Stokes' Legends Tarot deck, and a very magical deck which links us into the ancient energies. You can see kind of butterfly goddess woman there, riding on the unicorn. So it is kind of old-fashioned in a way, but then the tarot is a very ancient kind of wisdom. So let's have a shuffle now of the deck and see what we get for our first card in this reading for the sign of Virgo. First card for Virgo, please. And here we go. And it's the 5 of Pentacles. And we have a butterfly right in the middle of the pentacle there. And that butterfly to me, right, is you guys, okay? This is going to be, there's going to be some protection needed with the 5 of Pentacles. And the most protected place to be in terms of magic is right in the middle of the pentacle there, because the 5 points give a lot of protection. They represent earth, wind, fire and water working together under the guidance and under the auspices of the divine, of a divine spirit, God, the angels, whatever you want to call it, however you want to see it. But this essentially means that the universe has your back, but it also means that you're going to need the universe to have your back. So I guess you haven't been having the easiest of times so far, Virgo, in 2020. Better times are sure to be coming, you know, the only way is up at times. But this isn't all that bad, you know, it's the 5 of Pentacles, it's kind of halfway through the Pentacle journey. So progress is being made, you know. You can't have things going wrong unless they've happened in the first place. And this doesn't necessarily say that anything is going to go wrong at all. But things are certainly going to feel as if they're going wrong. Things aren't going to feel right for you guys at the moment. So that is most unfortunate. But lots of purple in this card, lots of healing in the whole suit of pentacles in this Legends deck, actually. So think about the butterfly. It's a very delicate thing, but then we are all very sort of delicate and very sensitive in the heart of us, especially spiritual people like ourselves who want to be involved with tarot reading and are looking to mystic inspiration really for the way forward. That is a very sensitive thing to be. Very, very strong energy when we do the work we do and we live the way we live. But it is a very sensitive position to be in. It really is. Okay, so let's see where we go then. When we get the 5 of Pentacles, there is usually a feeling that something has gone wrong somewhere along the line, if not several things all at once. But it really is not about ruin, not at all. Now, being a Pentacles card, it is Earth sign energy, so it's close to you, Virgo. Might also be representing Taurus or Capricorn, the other Earth signs, wherever they might be in your chart, or if you know Taurus. If you know Taurus or Capricorn people around you, they could be playing into this situation. So that is all worth keeping an eye on. If you've never had a birth chart done, I'm always saying this, you're probably sick of me saying it by now, but if you've never had a birth chart done, do get one. All you've got to do is go to an astrology website and press a button on there somewhere and you'll get one. Sounds very impersonal, doesn't it? But the internet is very good at statistics, and that's what birth charts are all about. So now, what have we got for the second card in this spread for the sign of Virgo? Let's take a look. Okay, turn over the top one, and it's the Ace of Swords. And it's the right way up, which is rather good news. And so we've got very, very strong energy around alchemy here. The ability to make things happen is really going to be heightened. And this is as you move on from exactly the spot you're in now. As you start to move on, as you start to make progress, it really is worth making the effort. And this shows that whatever is giving you that 5 of Pentacles feeling is very, very far from hopeless, okay? This really is the way forward. There's a lot of strength here. Now, really, it's a bit like fund matching, you know, where kind of two organisations put money in for something, or two people put money in for something. Turn that money into energy and think of, you know, it's either someone else is going to come along and help, or all the fluences, as we call them, all the influences of mystic things and the universe and spirit and everything are going to be around to help you here when we get this card. Okay, it's a very positive energy, and there's a dragon here as well, so it's taking us back to the dragon energy as well. Dragons will sort you out every time, believe me. I know. I live in West Wales, United Kingdom, and that's a photograph behind me of what's outside my window today. Very gloomy skies, but great beauty is on its way, and this is very much the land of the dragon. Okay, so this one fits really nicely. Take heart then, okay, because this is only card number 2 of a 5-card spread, and already it's showing a lot of support and a lot of positive energy coming in. I'm just going to look at it the right way round a minute because, oh look, it's green. It doesn't work with the green screen. How about that? Okay, let's just put it down here a bit. And yeah, there's a ruby. You can see a ruby there, just under where the sword handle crosses the main sword there. There's a ruby. So ruby energy there. I would say, I would think of that as having to do with the root chakra, certainly. So any feelings around safety, security, money, things like that, there's help coming in all the way there. There really is. And there's something about rubies that always puts me in mind of the higher heart chakra as well. So take heart is most certainly the message there. No two ways. Okay, so let's have a shuffle and see what is the next card, because this is going to be card 3 out of 5, and we'll do some more cards after we've done the 5-card spread to get some more significance and to get some more information about where we're going with this. But this middle card is going to be the heart of the matter, okay? It's the middle card of the spread, so it really is the heart of the matter. Okay, so let's take a look. I better not hold them up this way too often because they just disappear because of the green screen. Oh dear me, I should have thought of that before I started using the green screen, shouldn't I? Okay, and what have we got? The 4 of Swords. Here it is. Okay, now then, sword energy again. This is really, really strong. It's not less about getting things done than it is about making decisions. And we've had the Ace of Swords there, so there really is going to be something to decide. This, having the number 4 in it, suggests to me that the angels are going to be around. And so there's going to be a lot of cosmic help and a lot of very positive cosmic influence coming in here. But what we really need in terms of this being the heart of the matter is a rest, okay? Taking a rest is really, really important. It's air sign energy, it's Gemini, it's Libra and Aquarius. And I'm thinking particularly of Libra, there is the need for balance there. And, you know, that is a thing with Gemini and Aquarius as well. But certainly air sign energy around you, this card and the last one, actually. So where is Gemini? Where is Libra? Where is Aquarius in your birth chart? Do you know any of those people? Are they a part of the scene that's going on at the moment? Who knows? But one version of this card that I've seen, well, several versions actually that I've seen in various different tarot decks, has someone taking a nice long sleep under a tree, and the 4 swords representing kind of not just one decision, but many decisions that need to sort of roll up into one are hanging over the character's head. But we know they're not going to fall on your head. We know this sword isn't actually going to hit you in any way. So if you need to take a rest, really do. And if you don't think you need to take a rest, friends, think again, because the chances are it's going to be a much better outcome if you just hold your horses. And this is the heart of the matter, okay? So just hang on, okay? Hang on tightly. That is the message there, and it's a strong message. Also, you know, just the fact that it comes after the Ace of Swords with 2 sword cards together, that is a real strong indication that decisions need to be made. And let's face it, decisions tend to go much better and work in a much more positive way if we actually have a, you know, not just a rest, but a fresh mindset when we come to them. You know, we can rack our brains trying to think of our way through a situation, think of things we can do, and get in a mess. And it's much better when we take a rest and actually start thinking again from square one with a completely new pair of eyes and a completely new mindset on the situation. So take that rest, Virgo. It's going to be important. It really is. Okay. let us move on to card number 4 then and see where we're going with all this, because we need some forward motion, some forward direction in this now. And what have we got? It's the Ace of Wands and it's green. Is it going to even show? Well, it just about shows. Let's bring it over here where there's some darkness in the background, might make it a bit easier to read. Okay, 2 unicorns really, okay, crossing horns there, and 2 swords crossing as well. And so 2 swords, 2 wands crossing. Now, the wands are a very magical thing that suggests a lot of fast-flowing energy, and this is actually the 8 of Wands, which is the fastest-flowing card, energetically speaking. When this card comes, we don't need to think too much about the whys and the wherefores of where we're going and how things are actually coming together and how everything seems to be working, okay? This card says, in a sense, sit back and rest now, because things really are going to take off. So that coming after the 4 of Swords really does say, take a rest, guys, okay? That's going to be super important, because you're going to need all your strength for what's coming. And what's coming, I wouldn't say it's out of your control, but it's all to do with things that you've kind of put into the journey of life before. You know, a lot of the groundwork has already been done. All you've really got to do with the 8 of Wands is ride the waves. And with those 2 unicorns locking what look like swords to me, they're really kind of forward thrusting, forward motion, and they're sort of holding one another off as well. You know, they're keeping things in balance, and that's what matters so much. Now, with wand cards, it's fire sign energy, so this is going to be Leo around you, Sagittarius around you, Aries around you. Okay, Virgo. Or where are those things in your birth charts? Do you have one of those as a rising sign? It's going to be significant. I keep changing colour all the time. I'll have to get used to this green screen. I really will. And I'll have to do something, maybe change it to a blue screen or something. Because so many, not just in this deck, but so many tarot cards have so much green in them. There we go. That's something I've learned. And using the green screen is fast-flowing progress for me. So as part of this reading, that really kind of plays into where I am. And I'm a Sagittarius. I'm not even a Virgo. And I'm getting a message out of it. Things are flowing fast, but I really need to actually ride the wave and control things a bit and change things a bit as I'm going forward. That's where I stand anyway, and that pretty well, Virgo, is going to be where you're standing in the very near future, because this is as we move on past the middle card, past the heart of the matter, and get into the important process of actually making things happen. Okay. So there we go. Well, this is looking good, isn't it? We started with the 5 of Pentacles, and, you know, something quite scary about that. That suggests that things aren't going terribly well. That suggests almost a sense of things not working out. But it is full of purple, that card, full of healing energy. And then Ace of Swords, so alchemy coming in very soon. 4 of Swords, take a rest. 8 of Wands, take a rest, because you're going to need all the energy you've got, because the situation, guys, is moving on in a very energetic way and thrusting you forward into the future. So I'm shuffling again, and I'm asking, let me please have the 5th card in this 5-card reading for the sign of Virgo. We will do an angel card in a minute. We will do a chakra card as well. And that way we'll see what's going on in the heavens and what's going on within us. I would strongly suggest, friends, that they're both part of the same thing, actually. There is a bit of God in all of us, for sure. And there is a bit of all of us in God, for sure, as well. And if you don't believe in God, well, it's your own higher self, and that really is part of you. You know, so I guess that makes sense whichever way we are looking at this. So now then, let's ask, what is card number 5 in this spread for the sign of Virgo? I'm doing this in February 2020, by the way, and it doesn't matter too much. This isn't the monthly reading. That's already up on my YouTube channel. So do subscribe to my channel, tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and take a look at all the readings on my channel there. Basically, if you're drawn to a reading, it's for you. That's always the intent that I hold when I'm doing readings. If you're drawn to any of my video readings, and there are literally hundreds of them on my channel now, then it's for you, even if it doesn't say it's for your sign. Just go with what you're drawn to. It's always good spiritual advice. It always keeps us close to the cosmic truth of things. So, what is card number 5? And, one turned itself over there, so... Right, okay. two together, basically, so we'll read them both. This is the one that I actually drew. It's green again, so it's kind of, oh dear me, it's not really working all that well with the green screen. It wouldn't, would it? But look, you can see the trees through it. How cool is that? You can actually see the trees through it, and it's the green man. So he is the one to see trees through, if ever you could. So get in touch with nature. That is definitely one of the messages that comes with this card. It's the Emperor, but it comes in this card with this deck because this deck is actually all about myths, legends, green energy, I would say, quite strongly. Green screen energy going on here as well. Okay, we've got moon images all over here, and sometimes that can represent being led by a false light, and the Emperor is all about being careful. He's number 4 in the major arcana, so he is actually very close to you. This is actually Aries energy that's associated with the Emperor as well, by the way. So this is an invitation to think about Aries people around you. Or where is Aries in your birth chart? Get that birth chart done and find out. Okay, it's really, really strongly worth knowing. Now, the Emperor is all about kind of making prudent use of resources and what we might call propriety, you know, looking after life, not just your own self, although that's part of it as well, but the people you interact with, you know, are you treating them in a way that you're happy with? Are they treating you in a way that you're happy with? It's all about, you know, feeling calm, feeling content, and there's a great deal of security in the sure and certain knowledge that you've done all you can to keep everything flowing on an even keel. That's the way to keep the energy flowing. Okay, so you do need to think about that when the Emperor comes up, okay, and this is the outcome card, okay, so this is really what you've got to do in terms of your long-term goals and objectives as you move through the energy of this reading. This is where it brings us out to leaves everywhere, nature everywhere. So friends, get out into nature if you possibly can. It's not always easy to do that, I realise. It's easy for me to say. This on the wall behind me is actually a green screen image of what's right outside my bedroom window at the moment. I'm so lucky to live here. Looks a bit nightmarish, and so does this reading in places. But whenever we see, like we got the moon in the Emperor, there's always going to be the sun coming out after the moon goes down, and it's a cycle, so it will happen. There are going to be leaves on those trees very soon. Stay tuned, and as we get into spring, no doubt the picture behind me will start looking a lot greener, and I'm sure that our lives will start looking a lot greener as well. Now, brilliantly, the other card that came out there is also green. It's really showing up this green screen problem thing that I've got here. What have we got? It's the King of Wands, okay, so it's very strong wand energy here. Fire signs, Leo, Sagittarius around you and within you. And this is just really, this came out with the Emperor. It sort of fell out after I'd pulled the Emperor. So it's just a bit of something else to go with the Emperor. And look at that amazing unicorn leaping there. Looks like a fabulous white stallion, but very feminine, magical kind of energy with the unicorn, of course. And it's reaching for the skies, is it not? With a purple background there. So healing, and healing is what you need really. If you really feel that you can't reach for the skies, you just haven't got what it takes, and you'll never have what it takes, then just think about that, okay? King of Wands, it's action, it's getting things done, it's very positive in that sense, and just about every sense actually. And the King of Wands, like the Emperor, is something of a master of resources, okay? It's not quite that simple, but as it comes out with the Emperor, I would say that's just about in the realms of what we're talking about here. And yeah, just think about that unicorn, okay? Be the unicorn. I'm serious, it sounds mad, but be the unicorn, okay, guys? That is going to get you up and out and above. Okay, now then. There was talk of angel cards, so here we go. It's not exactly angel cards, but it's a lovely oracle deck. This Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray, and we're going to use this one, and I'm going to ask for a significatory card to go with the whole reading, just to tell us a bit more about where this is going and where you guys are going, Virgo, as we go through February 2020 and as we go on into the year of 2020. What have we here? White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit. Okay, now then, several times in this reading I've been reminded that there are otherworldly energies and other powers of the universe that are playing into our lives all the time, and in that way they're certainly playing into this reading. White Eagle, Ancestor Spirit says underneath, connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So, is that some of the issue that's going on there, guys? Family problems, eh? And that doesn't just necessarily mean kind of mum, dad, brother, sister. That is soul level family. We all belong to one. In a sense, all of us on YouTube are in some way part of the same soul family. Believe it or not, that's really quite a difficult one to take in, isn't it? But think about it, you know, we're all kind of tapped into this electronic energy, and as artificial as that intelligence is, it's the sum total of all the human intelligence that's gone into it. So we are part of a soul family, and I guess every one of us has our own soul family, you know, people around us that we know, people who support us, people who play into our lives, and people into whose lives we play as well. So remember that the ancestors are all in favour of that, and part of us, you know, part of us is actually out there in the afterlife all the time, because that is eternal. We're living an existence in the world of time here, and because of that, it seems as if we're cut off from eternity, but we're not. We're always part of that eternal energy. It is always going on. It really is. So, White Eagle Ancestor Spirit there. Count the feathers. Well, you don't have to physically count them, but just see how many feathers there are there, and think that is at least like probably about 1/1,000,000th of the number of ancestor spirits you've actually got up there in the afterlife, sending their love, working with the angels, trying to bring good things into your life. Tune into that, and those good things will come, and they will flow as well. Okay, so the next thing then is we'll do a chakra card. White Eagle Ancestor Spirit there is very much about the, you know, things coming in from above, you might say. That's just an analogy, but it's one way of thinking it. Things coming out of the heavens, and the sky behind me is actually very purple as well as dark. So there is great healing coming from there. I'm now going to use this deck. It's Chakra Reading Cards by Rachel Charman. Okay, so we'll have a shuffle of these, and see what, we'll just pull one and see what kind of chakra issues might be going on with Virgo at the time of this reading. Okay, and if you're watching it in the future, this applies to you as well. Okay, let's have a bit of a shuffle, and here we go. Number 8, it's abundance. Okay, now there again, the number 8, see, as above so below, so that too is part of the whole matter of the fact that we are humans and we are kind of spiritual beings at the same time. As above so below, it's number 8. It's all about abundance. Let me just look at it front-wise here a minute. And it's an elephant-like deity here. It puts me in mind of Ganesh in a big way, actually. And Ganesh says yes. Ganesh breaks obstacles out of the way. Now, being red like this, it is going to be root chakra energy, okay? This deck works on the 9 chakra system, but this is all about root chakra. And so I'll come back to that, because I picked up on that in the second card, the Ace of Swords, because of that ruby on the sword. All you've got to do, if you're not happy with your root chakra situation, okay, intent is everything in terms of cleansing chakras and cheering them up and getting them flowing in the right direction again. So do a little meditation, okay? We all get a little bit of time, even if it's only 5 minutes while we're falling asleep at night. We all get a little bit of time when we can focus on that, and just visualize your root chakra as being cleansed and being really shiny and beautiful, and then so it shall be, friends. Okay, Ganesh is in this card saying the obstacles are going to be removed, and things are looking incredibly positive there again. Okay, let's just pop that out of the way. I'm going to say thanks very much for watching. A thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed this reading. Leave me a comment, guys. It's always good to know who you are. It helps me kind of get zeroed in and dialed into who I'm doing readings for here. If you haven't subscribed yet, join the tribe. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell to receive all notifications. Check out my channel, loads and loads of videos on there. And I'm going to say it again, thanks very much. I'll see you very soon with more readings. Peace.